What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video on AJ5, and in today's video guys, it's all about this crypto here called Blur, which has pumped up over 30% in the last 24 hours and it is currently trading at 36 cents. So we're going to be looking at how high can it pump. Is it going to keep pumping? Is it going to crash back down in value? So we are going to cover both buyers and sellers point of view, looking at, is now the right time to buy it? Is it the right time to sell it if you're on a profit, or is it simply time to hold on to it before it pumps up even higher, potentially heading towards the $1 mark over the coming days and weeks as well? And of course, looking at its prediction over the next couple of hours, days, weeks, months, and also going into 2024, how high can this crypto go, and is there a crypto to be investing into going into 2024? But before I get into all of that stuff, guys, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go down and smash the subscribe button, as well as like the video, as I am trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you guys can help me hit that target, I will be doing a cryptocurrency giveaway, which you guys can join by simply subscribing to the channel. And for a bonus entry, following me on Instagram. Link to that will be in the description box down below. So we are currently looking at the candlestick pattern chart with the Fibonacci scale, which I'm going to be using later on in the video to do some technical analysis. And as you guys can see, this is getting very interesting, as it is getting very close to the resistance target here of 44 cents, but we'll have a look at that later on. So for now, I'm just going to hide this and I'm going to bring out the usual MACD indicator to do some price prediction, as I'm pretty sure that's what most of you guys are here for. So we are looking at the daily chart, and at the top here we've got the purple line running across the chart, which is the SMA indicator, giving us the average value of Blur, which is here in purple at just below 25 cents. However, Blur is actually trading at much higher value here in green at 36 cents, meaning it's performing quite well and much better than expected. So let's zoom in into the 30-minute chart for the short-term traders, and then I'll move on to the hourly, daily and weekly chart for the long-term investors like myself. But before I do that, guys, just a little disclaimer. As usual, this is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is from my own prediction and my take on this crypto, and any gains or losses you guys make, I will not be responsible for. So zooming into the 30-minute chart here, we do have the blue and the orange line looking quite bullish, heading towards the positive direction. However, the only negative thing about this chart is that it's looking way too steep, meaning it's not realistic. Only reason why it's looking so steep is because of the major increase that's taken place over the last couple of hours. The graph thinks that it's going to keep pumping at this pace, keep going up in value, shooting up, so on and so on. However, that is not the case. So what I'm expecting over the next 12 to 14 hours from Blur is an overall minimal drop in value. So essentially in the early hours of tomorrow to tomorrow midday, I'm expecting Blur to have dropped back down to around the 32 to 33 cents target. Somewhere in between here is where I'm expecting the crypto to be trading at. But again, just because I'm expecting an overall drop in value, it doesn't mean that it's going to start crashing right now. Of course not. It's likely to pump up a little bit higher over the coming hours, potentially nearing about 40 cents in target over the next couple of hours, before it slowly starts to drop back down to about 33-34 cents in the early hours of tomorrow. Moving on to the hourly chart, next couple of days, again we still got the blue and the orange line looking very steep, heading towards the bullish direction, meaning once again this isn't realistic, the exact same reason as the previous chart. So it's again, we're looking way too steep. So over the next 7 to 8 days, so let's say towards the end of this week, early next week, I'm expecting once again Blur to have gone for an overall drop in value, but in this case nothing too major, potentially dropping down to around 35 cents is what I'm expecting. So yes, after it drops down to 32 to 33 cents over the next 12 to 14 hours, it's likely to drop a little bit more down to below 30 cents over the next couple of days by midweek, and then after that it's slowly starting to gain value up to about 35 cents is where I'm expecting Blur to be trading at towards the end of this week and early next week as well. So yes, do expect it to be quite volatile, up and down, just like how it's been performing over the last few days. But the overall outcome seems to be negative, but I will also say neutral as well, because it's very, very close to the 35 cents target right now. Let's move on to the daily chart. Next couple of weeks, what can we see here? Again, the blue and the orange line are still looking bullish, still looking positive. However, they are not looking as steep as the previous two charts, meaning this is way more realistic. So over the next 6 to 8 weeks, so let's say mid to late December 2023, I am expecting Blur to have gone for an overall increase in value, potentially hitting 50 cents in target is where I'm expecting Blur to be trading at towards the very end of this year. That is if the crypto market manages to stay on the green side, as I am expecting it to, pump up, not majorly, but stay on the green side for the rest of the year, including Bitcoin as well. I am expecting it to head up to around $40,000 towards the end of the year, which means most cryptos should also be following a similar pattern, moving towards the positive direction. But yeah, this is my take and my prediction on Blur. So as mentioned in the thumbnail, the dollar mark, guys, unfortunately I'm not expecting it to hit the dollar mark this year, as that would be unreasonable. It's going to have to go for a major increase in value, which I'm not expecting at the moment. But $1 should be able to Blur should be able to hit the dollar mark potentially towards the end of Q1 and beginning of Q2 of 2024 is when I'm expecting Blur to hit the $1 mark. But if there are any changes to that, for example, if it manages to hit it way before or way after, I will of course let you guys know as soon as I can. So let's get rid of the MACD indicator and bring on the Fibonacci scale. As you guys can see, I was talking about this earlier, we are very close to hitting the resistance target of 44 cents, which I am expecting it to hit over the next 3 to 4 weeks. As I mentioned, guys, it is likely to head up to the resistance target of 44 cents, but it's not going to get through that easily. It will resist and drop back down into the red zone. I'm expecting it to more or less trade around the 44 cents target for a few days before it breaks out and heads up to around the 50 cents target towards the end of the year. So yes, it is going to struggle to break out at this breaking point of 44 cents, but it should eventually break out in December and head into the green zone. But yeah, this is my take and my prediction on Blur, guys. So going into the CoinMarketCap website here, we can see the trading volume has gone up over 260% in the last 24 hours, making it $248 million in trading, which is a huge amount of money that is currently being traded on Blur. We're seeing a lot more investors, as obviously it is one of the top gainers, meaning there's more people looking into the project and more people buying it, as well as more people selling it and taking out their profits as well. But yeah, that is pretty much it, guys, for today's video. I'm not going to keep you guys here for any longer. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you who have been subscribing, liking, commenting, and just supporting the channel in any way or form, and especially all the subscribers out there. Thank you guys so much, as it helps me out a lot and means a lot to me, as I am trying to hit 100k by the end of the year. And at the end of the day, guys, it's free to subscribe, so why don't you go down and smash that subscribe button and like the video. And also, if there are any other cryptocurrencies that you guys have in mind that you guys want me to cover on this channel, comment them down below as well. And I'll catch all of you guys in my next crypto update, which should hopefully be later on today or tomorrow. Until then, take care and peace.